Hi guys, Reese Kelly here from Hospa Recipes. Today we're just going to be going through some of the menu engineering functionality that we have here in Hospa Recipes. So start from your dashboard, come down to engineering on your left hand side. What you'll see here is your engineering reports home. You've got download template, create report, and then you'll see an ellipsis menu here in this report that's already been created. The download template is a CSV file, so you can extract your data from your point of sale system and then input it into the report, into the CSV file, and then we'll be able to upload that when we duplicate this report, and then that basically just fills out everything, all the quantities of all your dishes sold, and then repopulates everything. Just a very quick, easy way to do it. Clicking on the ellipsis menu here, you can see edit, download PDF, share, and duplicate. The edit function just reopens the report in a editable setup so that you can change dates, you can change quantities, all that sort of stuff. Download, you can download the report as a PDF, and you can forward that on to someone if you want. You can also share. This will generate a short link that you can copy and send to someone who potentially doesn't have access to it but needs to see it. And then you've got duplicate as well, and obviously deletes there too. So we're going to go ahead and duplicate this one. And then from here, we're going to just remove that. We'll call this December 2025. We'll go through, change the date, December 1st to December 31st. And then you'll see here are our segments. So segments are sections of your menu. And if you want, you can just have one segment, and that lists every dish that you have on your menu. Or if you like to break them up, we've got starters here, we've got mains, there could be entrees, they could be desserts, pastry, they could be salads, snacks, whatever you want to have it set up as, you can do that here. You'll also see at the top, we've got our import CSV file. And that's where we'll import the CSV from in a second, but we'll just go through here for a second. You can see across the top, you've got your segment. We've named this one starters. This is the total number of dishes that have been sold in that segment, the total revenue from the prices of each dish that we've listed. That's multiplied by the quantity that's been sold. Your total COGS, so your cost per dish. Your contribution margin, that's the total contribution margin of these dishes multiplied by the amount sold. And then you've got your popularity percentage as well. So here you can see your average cost margin is $15.22 across the whole segment. There's only two dishes in this segment, but that's fine for display purposes. It's quite forward. What we're going to do here now is we'll go into import CSV. We're going to import this one here. We're going to pull that through, and then you'll see that these have now changed. That's been a success. We can see down here a little toast pop up that tells us the import's been successful. And we can see that now, so we'll just go through, close that out, and generate report. This is just a very fast, simple way to build your report. If you're engineering weekly, fortnightly, or monthly, if you open up a new business, or you're moving through new menus, and you want to be very accurate, make sure your dishes aren't hurting your menu, then you can go through and you can do these reports weekly. But monthly is fine, or quarterly. Some places doing quarterly, but monthly is fine. So what you can do is just pull your data down from your point of sale system, put it into the CSV files, just simple cut and paste, and then upload that into a duplicated copy, change the date, and then bang, you've got your menu engineering report. So now you can see down here, you've got your pork dumplings that are tracking quite well. You've got your seared scallops. It's a bit of a puzzle. Not sure what's going on here. Well, we can have a look at it and say, well, the price is $24.90. It's got a contribution margin of $18.05, so it's pulling its weight pretty well in terms of the contribution margin. So its COGS are pretty good, but it's obviously not selling really well. So potentially this number here, maybe that's what needs to be worked on. Maybe you go for a slightly lower contribution margin or a slightly higher food cost in order to bring that down and bump those numbers up, but that's something you can play with in these reports. Another good way to use the duplication function is to create another one. So you'll see December's popped up here, but we can do it as a test. So if we just duplicate this report again, it'll bring us in, and what I like to do is I like to use these as tests. So what I'll do is, I'll leave all that the same, but what I'll do is I'll go through and I'll see what happens if I change the units on this dish. Say getting 99 of those, and it just gives you a way to have a look and see what happens if you push that dish. If there's a specific dish on your menu that's a bit of a puzzle, or as a dog, and you want to see what happens. Maybe you're really happy with the dish is fine, gets good compliments, but it's just not selling as well. This gives you an opportunity to sort of play around and see, well, if I make this a priority dish, if I put it somewhere else on the menu, or if we get the wait staff to push this dish, what's going to happen to it? Is it going to change? Is it going to become a star? You don't know. So this is a good way to use these duplicate reports to just jump in and play around with your dishes and see how they work out. We'll go back to the menu engineering tab. So there you are. That's pretty much how you use the functions here. Create report is very straightforward. You create it and you build your segments. But I think that'll wrap it up for this one. All right, guys, see you in the next one.